right. Let me get this going. I'm going to stream the Euro entries. I don't know how many people we're going to have watching today because of the fact that we have that, we have some issues with Mother's Day happening. I have to call my mom at some point. I haven't. I'm a terrible daughter. But I'm also late because I wasn't feeling well. But we have the list of the Euro Home contest, which has been a months and months long contest for EU. And I've been really excited about, I've seen some of these homes, including some of the winners. And I would like to go visit not just the winners, but everybody. Hello! And also the potatoes should still be open. So feel free to enter. Yeah, so what I wanted to do was to show off not just the people who won, but everybody. Let me make this bigger. I have a spreadsheet. And we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. And I have a feeling it's going to be a very long stream, because what the hell else do I have to do? My husband's up north visiting his mommy. My mommy's in New York, and I'm not fully vaccinated in terms of effect yet. So let us go to the first one. The first one appears to be Dralchemy, who did an antiquarian, who said they are totally new. So let's be gentle. Not as if we ever aren't. We're always nice. But I do like to be extra gentle when people are, you know, new. All right, I'm closing whatever I can to make this go a little more smoothly so that there's no problems. Black Billies, quit. Come on. Close your boat, everybody. There we go. All right. 296 out of 600. So I'm not very surprised that a newer player might have that problem. These are supposed to be European homes. So homes based on actual homes you might see in Europe, like that kind of style of decoration. So let's see if we can figure out what kind of European home this would be. Now, keep in mind, too, that they may have changed it somewhat since the contest, because the contest results were announced yesterday, but the contest has been closed for quite some time. I don't know when the judging ended, but it looks to me like it could be ruins of things left in places, which is a lot of Europe. I don't know how many of you are celebrating Mother's Day, and I'm sorry I'm late, but we will be around for a while, so if you're bored, you can put me on and just chill out for a while. It's very laid back, very kind of nice and no drama. All right, so inside we got a little bit more. This is more of an inside decoration type house. This does strike me as very, like, maybe it's just the name of the house, antiquarian, getting stuck in my head, but it seems like a museum-y kind of almost archaeology home. Like, maybe that's what they meant by it. But they are just starting out. So, hello, Dory. So we're gonna give them the love that they deserve for trying and entering something when they're just starting out, because Lord knows we've all been there. right? So, good first attempt at a contest. Dress. Let me see if your name is Dralchemy. And if you want any help or suggestions, my potatoes are usually pretty nice about helping out. But I see where you're going with it. It looks like a antiquities and museum-y archaeology type thing. All right, let's go to A Angels. I am late because I was feeling like crap and my internet wasn't working, but it's now working fine, it seems. I might have some buffering, I'm not sure. So I'm here. Let's talk about the winners for a second of that contest. Oh, where'd it go? Events and contests. The winners are first place, Agnimhoff, who is a potato. Second place, our wonderful Dory89, who is not only a potato, but is in the channel right now. And she did Venice, which she let us tour. Agnimhoff had let us tour their house as well. And the third is Sea of Stars, which I don't think I've seen that one. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But so I'm so happy that 2 of the 3 are potatoes. That's a really nice feeling. But like Dory mentioned this morning, everybody's a winner because you all tried and you created something. That's the truth. So this is Ravenhurst. Now, I don't know if I can identify what Euro country or anything these are, but let's read the blurb, okay? Try to depict a Swedish farmer's house from circa 17 to 1800. The old practice of carved and painted furnishings along the painted walls, ceilings, and even floors sometimes. The motifs painted were often floral and at times depicting scenes from local lore and or from the Bible. This tradition was used in most substantial homes, not as often in the poorer circumstances. I get it. So, at least in Norway, I don't know anything about Sweden, but in Norway it would be called rose mulling. That kind of artwork with the, let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Rose mailing, but it's this very floral, it's an artwork style that people can do. Some people are really talented at. And out here in Wisconsin, there's a lot of Scandinavians, and so it's a popular thing. You may recognize some of it. I'll show you a picture. But at least this is what it is for at least Norway. I don't know what the Swedish version is, if there is a Swedish version. But I could see how they would be similar. Maybe that's where the line, I mean, knowing that, take a look at these walls and you can see where they were going with the floral motifs. Oh, I like this. It's like a story's going on. They got the kids' toys out here. And the bucket fell over with all the kids' toys in it. This is beautiful, actually. The clutter work is great because it's actually storytelling. Like, this person is a craftsman. Look at the stuff on the table. Well, I mean, if you're talking 1800s, everybody had to have a spinning wheel, right? Or a sewing. No, it's a spinning wheel. I mean, because you had to make your own stuff. People didn't really buy used clothes until later. And that's what they would buy. They'd buy used clothes, not... They were called ready-made, and they were usually rich people's clothes that they got rid of, and then they were cut, you know, redone for regular people. And that's how you got your ready-made clothes. This is why you often see in photos, you'll see guys working on the farm and they have a tuxedo jacket on or something. It's because that's the clothes they could get ready-made. very interesting. I see what they did. They used the bowl. This is probably the toilet. And there's the bath. It's a bit kind of a sneaky, but it's not really hidden. It's like kind of intentionally. We're gonna go slow with this because I have a strong belief in the fact that people should get love even though they maybe didn't win. I hope they get at least recognized. And there's nothing else going on, so let's just relax and enjoy one another. All right, let me see what else is there. Okay. Storage up top. I'm a boring history nerd, so, you know, sometimes I'll interject my knowledge. I guess, you know, this really appeals to me knowing the ideas behind it too. Look, another kid's room. Or maybe those are the kids' toys downstairs, but up here is where they sleep in the bedroom with the parents, because the little one, very little ones, would be sleeping in the same room. Did they bother with an outsider? Is it all this loveliness inside? Let's see. Oh, the kitchen. I completely missed the kitchen. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm not sure what they... Those are elsewhere braziers, I think. Nicely done. They give it that nice look to it. And I really like that fire in there. Bread is ready to go in the oven. It's a little, what are those called? Baking trays. Here's the dirty dishes. This is great. No, 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 no. I always take the wrong door. This is the courtyard. Thank you to Villain Fire for the follow. Oh, look, they've got a seesaw. And a bucket swing. And here's where they do their laundry. This seems like a very happy home. With happy children and happy parents. They could play in their little playhouse. Here's their little kitchen garden. This is where they keep the piggy and the chicken. And if they had a cow, which I'm sure we would all love to have a cow pet, and you could even have a cow there, but because we don't have one, the only way to get a cow would be EHT, and I don't think that was allowed in this contest. Alright, moving on. Very nice job. Really. Walking Spanish, my buddy. Alright, another potato. Walking Spanish. This is a little piece of Amsterdam, inspired by the view from my home on the Herengracht in the center of the city, where I moved 5 years ago to be in the middle of things, and where I now spend all of my time in lockdown, looking out from my little box at all of the other little boxes, missing when people still had dinner out their windows, drank wine on the canals, and everything felt free and fine. Aww. It'll come back. Walking Spanish. I hope this gave you some joy working on it. Oops, I went to the wrong one. It's his whole lunar. Amsterdam and chess. They have a chessboard that is so spectacular. It's amazing to me that they were able to make it. I like that there's different, like, not everybody's using a ginormous house. There's some people using rosy lions in here. I think that's kind of sweet. Alright, they said it was in the Moongrave Fane. That is super sweet. Oh my goodness. What, how lovely. Okay. We've got 700 out of 700, but some of that has to be going to chess in the other section, but look at this. Beautiful windows. The houses are so tall. And they've got gargoyles. You see the gargoyles up top? Well, they're not technically gargoyles because I think gargoyles have a specific meaning, but something similar to. And that could even be a clock. I like that they're all so different. They're not all just a row of Eleanor, right? Look at these doors. This has a really ornate knocker. And this has the snakes that you can get in Craglorn. Nobody gets to... Oh, well, this door is lovely. With the back of a high elf thing. I can't get a selection on what it is, but you get the idea. Oh, look at the bicycle. That's just... I think we're going to see some really spectacular things during this tour, and this is going to be one of them, because that's just lovely. The overhang here. Oh, and here's a little cafe! One of the things I noticed about Europe when I went that one time, for a short time, was everybody smokes. It's like ridiculous how many people smoke in Europe. You can't, and it's far less restricted than here. So it's like, you're always smelling it. It's like, in my opinion, because I'm a non-smoker, it feels like it's always kind of ruining the smell everywhere you go. But you don't really have much choice. And then here you have the second bicycle with a basket and flowers. Oh, that's so pretty. Walking Spanish, always doing such tremendous work. I really like this. It seems that some people, like a lot of people maybe, did homes that were near them. Ooh. I never went to the Netherlands. I wish I had. I have ancestry in the Netherlands. I had been to Italy, and in Italy and in several other countries, it's just god awful. But no, I've never been to the Netherlands. At the time I went, I didn't even know I had ancestry in the Netherlands, so that's a more recent discovery of mine. So I know I've never been. Proud Spire. Alright, let's read this. Bean Sprout, who's a sweetheart. This house was inspired by the Portuguese... I'm going to murder this. I'm sorry. I don't speak Portuguese. But Palacio de Pena, namely the interior, marble walls, intricate vault-like ceilings, lush curtains, and carpets and dark wood furnishing. Alright, let's go. Palacio de Pena. Let's pull that up real quick so that we can have a comparison. Nobody gets to... Oh, goodness. That's a beauty. Whew. All right, we'll start with looking at the exterior, but I'll do a search for interior. But look at that. That's something. All right. Interior. Oh, look, very fancy. Very, very fancy. Dark woods. Here's the dark woods. The very ornate carvings. I see. Very lovely. Okay, we're interior. Actually, I kind of see why they chose this house with the arches and the carved arches and everything. That's actually really smart. Dark furnishings. The carpets, the Palacios carpets are also red. Sort of a similar color. And then I like that they definitely stuck with the... Okay, so they were doing mostly vampire furnishings because of the dark wood. That makes sense. Ah, look at the fireplace. I'm trying to see. I think they had a lot of white marble carving looking stuff in there. I could see how this would be reminiscent. Very old-fashioned, stately paintings. We all need those of our ancestors on the wall. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's go out on the... No! Patio! Ah! It's not the patio. Alright. Maps. And maybe a little office for the person checking in the visitors. And then we have... Oh, look at this! They have their own little nursery. With all the flowers being started. Well, mushrooms. This is lovely. And a second floor, no less. Which I always think we should do because the view from here is actually pretty nice. Oh, it's a bat. It's two bats. This is the bats flying around Mara. That is really lovely. Nice timing, too. Nice time of day to look at this. My ancestry is from the Friesland area. Frisian. And then we have the all the storehouse of all the food. Oh, look at that. They combined a kiln from Merkmeyer with the wall. And then also some solitude stuff. Interesting. I love the little single lines of smoke. Those are using the single stick of incense. I mean, if you have any questions about what anything is made of, I'll do my best to answer. But right now, I mean, I'm just admiring and running around in these homes and enjoying them. We've actually toured two of the winners already on my stream, so we don't need to do those again. I send them love, but and congratulations, but I'm trying to make other people feel seen too. I wonder what the egg is. Like the egg, like what are they doing with that? This whole room seems like almost like an apothecary. And up top, oh look, the very good paintings, very European style, very lovely. This must be the library. And then this is the master bedroom. It's funny, usually interior design only houses are harder to impress with unless you're doing like tons and tons of cobbles. This person is really using a lot of the regular stuff and using it in such a way that it's actually really interesting and different without even doing a ton of cobbles. There's quite a few cobbles, but not everything, which is very interesting to me. It's an excellent usage. Then again, I like bean sprout. That's bean sprout, I think. All right. Anna Owlin. Rosie Line. Now this is probably a newbie? Not sure. This is a small tavern room. At once it can only let in 2 people. So let's give that a shot. And be gentle with anybody who's newer. Rosie Lion. And while we're visiting, oh no! What happened? Did I spell that wrong? Probably. Okay, something's wrong with that username. Maybe they changed their name. Okay, skipping, going on to Slybread, Grand Sijic. I hope you enjoy my vision of the Oktoberfest. I want to make it the best festival I can. Enjoy your walk and relaxation. Slybread, Grand Sijic. And I'm going to grab medicine, and I'll be right back after these messages. The messages are, Debbie's getting medicine. Stabby is in pain. Stabby. No. And part of the medicine, of course, is more coffee. It's like more cowbell. All right, so this is Oktoberfest. Let's give this a shot, shall we? My ancestry from Germany, which a lot of the U.S., in fact, when you trace back the ancestry, the European ancestry of people in the U.S., the vast majority are German. Lovely. Look at them. They bedecked all of the barrels for Oktoberfest, and they're carting them in. And there's the 2 horsies carting in the booze. And then my family there is from Ype, E-P-E, which is also near the border of the Netherlands, and has a sister city in the Netherlands called Ype as well. So, lots of Netherlands stuff going on there. Alright, I think it's just going to be inside from here. They really just focused on bringing in the booze, and then we're going to go into the house and see. I've never been to an Oktoberfest. This will be new for me. First time. Oh, wow. Oh, how creative. Look at that first view. Oh, that's so charming. I see so many. Wow, look at that use of curtains. That's amazing. And the reskin? Those look like giant wreaths with tabards all around them. They're amazing. I wish I had the words to describe them, like what they are in real life. Aside from amazing. Wow, what an excellent use of the whole space. Oh, of course, we have to have sausages and beer steins, and if this was a real Oktoberfest, we'd have pretzels, but there's no way to make pretzels. I suppose they could use little pieces of bread. Those little braided ones. That might be a stand-in. I'm sure they put them somewhere. Sausages. And then they filled in. I did the same thing on my house. I filled in the walls. Because when you want to have something that's this detailed, you need a lot of slots. the roses, the rose trellis separators are just perfect. A perfect choice. Ah, there's the bread. There's the bread I was talking about. I thought they were going to include, and they did. There's a pretzel there and some cheese. That's adorable. And there's a kitty wandering around. And huge kegs on the wall. Oh, there's a sheep. Somebody let a sheepy in. And Keldora serving up booze. Look at all of those barrels. They're enormous. And then a second floor. They made a piano or an organ. That's crazy. I would have expected them to run out of space at this point, but they haven't. And a drum set. Oh yes, of course, you need a band. That is great. Serene, she's the, I forget what they call them. People in charge of the parade, or the Grandmaster or something like that. It's kind of wild. And then the frog callers are like the Umpapas. Stunning. What a beautiful, amazing house. I'm super impressed with you. Really exciting. Thank you for letting me see it. All right. Old and Bold, Alan Orcrest. This house was a French Baroque, Rococo style challenge, especially since it's mainly English Gothic type of house, like anything in Somerset. The main idea was to apply as many gold elements as possible without making it kitschy. And the focus was on small-scale relief color light. Yes, that chandelier has 20 candles on it, plus combination of custom smaller elements. Old and Bold, Alan Orcrest. Let's give that a shot. Old and Bold. You know, picking a house like Alan Orcrest, they're not wrong when they say that, you know, it's more difficult to work against a house that's mostly marble when you want dark wood. That is seriously, like, it's a slot eater. It happens every time. And we're gonna go with stars for a little bit. All right. $5.99 out of 600. So we filled up. So we've got a firelight behind there. Curtain walls, very good move. Wow. So we've got dark wood installed with the library stuff and the furnishings. I see. So there you have the small detail work rather than, see, because, you know, these trophy backs make it more unique, I guess. There's more detail to it than just sticking the normal thing there. Oh, look at that! That is a great, it's a Redguard great lamp, oh, like shandy. And they used it as a bowl. That is pretty frickin' impressive. Wow. And then, oh, look at those. Oh, I'm in love. Look at those stairs. You know, that is just the dais. But it looks like they made stairs, like really elegantly carved stairs. That's amazing. Wow. Beautiful. I am impressed. And then the Redguard braziers are pots. You know what I would do, Old and Bold, in your case? I would turn on limited visitor, because I don't know if people are intentionally the kind of people who would turn off lights on you or turn on lights, but it might ruin your look if they suddenly turned on a brazier that was a potted plant, you know what I mean? So I might change that. Hey, Dal, we're taking a look at the jacuzzi now. These are the EU entries that didn't win from the EU contest that they, oh goodness, beautiful, that they recently did. The winners were announced yesterday. I wasn't going to tour all the homes because I was worried that people would be mad at me, but it's a public contest. Hey, Black Razor, and I wanted to give these people love and tell them, you know, they're appreciated too. And I adore this because they're so smart with slot work. Okay, so they used a lot of different dark wood items to create like a carved wall. But the smart thing they did is use carpeting on the sides so that limits the number of slats they have to use and lets them focus on one wall, and the other two are like relief walls. It's really nicely done. I wonder if these people are really whatchamacallit, like architects or something in real life. You know, I missed the lights in the other rooms. I don't want to miss them, so I'm going to take a quick peek to see if I missed the shandy that they were talking about. Oh, I see now. That is quite nice. How do I get up there to see it better? Sup? I'm sorry I'm late. I wasn't feeling good, and I was having trouble with my internet, which seems to have cleared itself up. I gotta wonder, you know, sometimes these people are so amazing that it's like they must have some background in this, or maybe they're just naturally able to see something like this and recreate it. I don't think I could, but you know, I'm appreciative of the fact that others can. They really went for the Baroque fancy. Ooh. I really like this. I'm glad I know the history behind each house. That's the stunner. That's it right there. That's amazing. What a beauty. I'm trying to get just the right angle on it. Take a picture. That is so spectacular. Good job. Wow. You should be so proud of your entire house, but that is something else. It's so golden, too. That fireplace! Oh my God, that fireplace. That is a masterpiece. Just even the little detail here. Oh my God. Just incredible. Oh wow, look at the huge frame around it that they use. What? What happened? What can't you see? What did I do wrong? What? No, what happened? Can you see now? I'm so confused. I don't understand. Why does that matter? Can't you see it in first person? Am I wrong? Am I stupid or something? Like, I always thought that didn't matter. Like, Doesn't it just show you this? Upper corner. Let me check Twitch and see what's going on. Oh, okay. I thought, what are you talking about? The video looks normal to me. Alright, good. Now you know I was gasping. This thing is unbelievable. No problem. I'm just glad to know when there are... Oh, look at the arch. They really nailed what they were going for. I read the little blurb ahead of time, which was to say, look at that table. It's one piece and it looks fantastic. They were talking about how they wanted to make a... This didn't win. Two of the potatoes won. Agnimhov won. We can look at that real quick. We've toured it. He's a potato. And Dory, which shouldn't surprise you. Remember Venice from the other day? She won. And then the third one was Sea of Stars, whose everything she does is incredible. Stillwater. So we'll pop right over real quick, and then I'll come right back. But I want to focus a lot on the non-winners. And then we'll go back to that, because I want to show you shit. I forgot to go out the door. I'm a dummy. We'll go right back. Sorry, dude. I got distracted. I took medicine and I'm a little flaky, but we're going right back. We toured this together, so if you want to see this, there is a previous video of it up, of us touring it together, but this was what the first place winner. It's an actual reproduction of a staff church. I think he said down the block from him in Norway. It's just stunning when you, I mean, every detail about it is absolutely spot on amazing. And then, just because this may have not been enough, they added a cabin in the back. There's a little goat cabin. Traditional old-fashioned cabins, and you see the goats on the roof. That's because that's a thing. And then they're all filled out inside. But there was a full tour of this, so we're not gonna spend time on that. I just want to go back to Old and Bold because I didn't finish it. But there are, Dory was kind enough to give it to me. I will link it to you. It is good, but we're taking a tour ourselves. Actually, can I not link it? Here we go. No, I understand. You want to go your own speed. That's perfectly understandable. But I'm trying to be focusing on the people who didn't win, because I know J Heart's doing a tour of the winners, and I believe some other people are doing, other streamers are doing just the winners, and that made me sad when I read all of that. These beautiful formal gardens. I didn't see anyone say they were touring the rest. I just saw all the streamers saying they were going to tour the winners, which we've already toured the 2 of them anyway. Well, I haven't seen these, so it's just lovely. And then the winner of, you guys remember Dory's, right? Venice? We looked at it the other day. Hers came in second. And I actually haven't seen the third, so we'll get to that one in order. And here is Dory's amazing. This came in second place. This is Venice. I don't know who the judges were. I'm not sure that it was even announced who the judges were. But we did a long tour of this one before, so if it's, in fact, we went back because Cardi was on, and I wanted to show it to him as well. But this came in second. This is amazing. Man, I keep having problems with these journal. Oh, that's right. The journal wouldn't come out when I first came here. It was stuck on a wall. All right, that's been fixed now. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. I appreciate that. I actually lost a viewer between today and yesterday. I've been trying to be very, like, increasing views. You should come see this one in person. Oh, yes! To you as well. Buona festa della mamma. See, I can pronounce Italian at least. Probably not well, but I can pronounce it. The next one is Grand Topo. Ooh, we're going to a Sicilian home. Built on ancient Greek ruins at the foot of Mount Etna. Well, since my ancestry is from Agrigento, it's not too far from home. At least on that side. I'm a mutt. Thank you. I took a lot of years because I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to sing opera. So I took like 10 years of Italian, and my Italian should be way better than it is. I can read it pretty well, but it's been like 30 years since I've even, or 20 something years since I thought about it. So I don't think I'd be able to speak it very well. But a lot of the vocabulary never left me, and a lot of the pronunciation didn't leave me. It's just the words. So here, Sicily has a lot of groves. Oh, let me read this. I shouldn't just... Let me read their explanation. Oh, I did. A wealthy Sicilian's home built on ancient Greek ruins at the foot of Mount Etna. So that's all we know about it. But Sicily is known for its white peaches. It's got a very specific kind of peach that it's famous for. And so I could imagine this being kind of like peach groves or something like that. Although peaches grow sort of on bushes, but never mind. I could see it. Also, these could be olive trees. Olives grow on trees. That's probably more likely. And then something's going on over here. I don't know if Etna's exploding or if these are fireworks. I think these are fireworks. I suspect. Yeah. That's... Actually, those make really good fireworks, don't they? And beachside little cubbies for you to sit in with your love. Look out. Of course, Sicily is all about the fishing because it's right on the water. Sicily is basically was like a port for everybody. African countries, you know, European countries, Mediterranean, all sorts of other islands. They were the midway in a lot of ways that you could stop and trade at. So it had a lot of influences. What's interesting is that my mom's ancestry, which is from Sicily, has, we have a little bit of um, Jewish mixed into it, and a little bit of African American, and a little bit of Middle Eastern. But it's all from the fact that we were Sicilian, because everybody mixed. Hey, Masha, we're looking at the houses here. We're looking at the contest houses that didn't win, and we're enjoying the wealthy Sicilian Mount Etna. House right now on Grand Tobel, which, man, if I could build something like this, I would be super happy. I really like the curtain. I wanted to make something open like this. Look at the bird. Sorry. I want this. I want to be able to build this. That is a great use of that built-in waterfall. They really made a fantastic use of what they had to work with. Exactly. They really did. This fence is made out of pennants. You know, little stick pennants. I know J Hart's going to tour some things, but he's not going to tour these. No, they're not easy to work with. And I'm actually really inspired by it, because they just work. It is beautiful, isn't it? Also, these are cobbles too. These are cobbles of the Eleanor benches with, I think, Redguard? Redguard shelf. Shelf! That's a shelf, not a bench. Who knew? Look at that perfect window framing. They have exactly what should be behind it. It looks like a painting. It is so good. Now these are built on ruins, so of course not all the statues are going to be absolutely perfect. These windows, when I saw them, I was like, oh, they're actually prayer wheel holders. And I'm like, forget it, they're windows. Everybody's going to look at those and say, oh, look at the windows. They were windows. So what's in here? This is the winemaking. Okay. And the well. A swing. Birds out in the field. I did not catch that had stained glass in it. This is good that we wandered out this way. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my mouse hand. And a little bit of arthritis kicking up. Of course, an inverse pool. Just use the space you already have. And then this would be, I guess, where you get changed before you go in the pool. And here's a sort of modern looking section. This person has a good handle on texture. There's interesting textures throughout. Makes it interesting to look at. I think that's it, but I'm enjoying it so much. This is the crafting area. That's the master bedroom, and then the back wall is mostly, oh, look at that view. perfection. It's perfect. Are there stairs up that I maybe missed? I don't want to miss a whole floor because I'm a dummy. What is that? Oh, that's kind of like a sitting swing thing. Rocker. Must have been really hard, yeah. I don't know who made the decision, but I want everyone to know who's working on this that what they've done is so good. I don't want anyone to feel bad that they didn't win, because these are just unbelievable. They just have a whole level of amazing that it's just incredible. I don't think I missed the top floor. If I missed something, I'm happy to come back and look at it again, but I'm just gonna double check I got everything. I saw some things in there, but I think you see them from inside. Yeah. We saw that. Samu! Hello! The next one we're going to look at Camille. Paris. Cold Harbor Surreal Estate. A secret portal in a wine cellar transported you to this cute little house. Look out of the window and enjoy the beauty of this European sight. Take a stroll around the square or relax in a nearby cafe, if it's open. What is a typical French night without some romantic wine and music? I don't know. What is it? Cold Harbor is pretty ballsy. Given that it's, you know, such a dark sky. But if you're doing an indoor house, and I've seen people do spectacular things with it, so just expressing my admiration. All right. We were transported here. And we start in the wine basement. And they have created an entire home that you walk right into. Look at that piano. What's funny is this morning I was supposed to be posting musical instruments. Oh my god. They built that Eiffel frickin' tower. That is unbelievable. Spectacular, Camille. Spectacular. And then this would be the little apartment. Wow. With a really kind of modern looking kitchen. All the brass and marble looking granite. What I was trying to say is, this morning I was supposed to post pictures of musical instruments, but I didn't have any saved. I've used them all. And now I have plenty with just this tour. It's all of Paris. It's just Paris, the whole thing. Right? Well, they didn't say they were poor people in Paris. You know. Beautiful homes. Even though they're just square blocks, they're amazingly done. the choices of what they were spending their items on must have been hard. It's beautiful. All right, and here's the cafe they talked about. Can we sneak in the back? Whoa, how did they do that? I don't even know what they used that was that pure black, but that was pretty amazing. Oh, when you get up close, you really can appreciate the magnificent artwork here. The feet look like the actual feet. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Here, I'll be pretty-ish. It's been just giving me problems lately, but if I had to guess, it's probably Daedric Rock, just really lit really well. To be black. Whoa. I don't know why my screen's been flickering lately. Hold on. It really is. It's just this whole city is so nice. Beautifully done. I would be super proud of this. Congratulations on your art. It's gorgeous. All right, Jack the Great. Domus Aurea, a house inspired by ancient Rome from Lynchel. Have you noticed we haven't had a single house that was a repeat? We're going to all different houses. Which people really just mean, it means that people took totally different routes. Oh, wow. Jack the Great, 666. Too bad that J Heart's going to be skipping the non-winners because he's right there. I mean, this is the right choice for ancient Rome, right? Because ancient Rome... Oh, good. Ancient Rome, the Nibonese culture is supposed to be reminiscent of ancient Rome. And Nibonia is, I think we're in the Nibon now. So they have siege weapons up top. You created like a little castle section. I noticed there was like a little seating area too. Whoops, I'm gonna die. How did I not die? I should have died. I mean, I'm not complaining, but... Beautiful. Did they add on to that? It looks like they added on. Oh, these look like Roman tents to me. So I think they kind of nailed it. I think this is the crafting barn. Nope. This might be where the staff lives. Sorry, I'm having trouble walking. Got a shower. It's been cobbled together. As well as a sink. This is lovely. I should just get changed colors. I haven't randomized my dyes in a long time. Although I don't have a lot of choice when it comes to colors. I haven't done much on this character, so it's very limited. I wonder what these buildings are. Ah, okay, now I get it. We're in a Roman square. So that is actually pretty darn accurate in terms of the way that the temples were built. That is like spot on how the temples were built. They were kind of these slender looking buildings with tall pillars like that, columns. That's actually really impressive. Here's the bank. There's a thief in jail. Uh-oh. It doesn't work? That's the only link I have. I'm sorry. It's what I'm linking through. I think, well, I mean, I'm going to all of them, so I'll do an index, and you'll be able to go by the index. I've been kind of slow on my indexing. Been really bad about that. But I did another one this morning. Here's the crafting room. I'm working on it. I'm trying. And I'll make sure I mention that these are the Euro contest entries. That way people, look at that. We'll know which one to look at for that. That's a king, right? That's an emperor or a king. That's not. It's not like Talos or anything, though, is it? Just says emperor. Maybe it is Talos. No, Talos wouldn't be imperial. Talos was Nord. I'm not sure who that is. No, wait. Tiber Septim was Talos, so he would have been an emperor. I don't know. I'm getting all confused. Well, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Got more though. Yes, follow Hello Ditties. Always. We gotta support each other. Streamers have it rough. You gotta be there for each other. Too many people are selfish about their promotional choices, and I say, go for it. Now this is brilliant. This floor. This sandy floor is weathered desert boulders. I can speak, really I can. And look at the lion. He's gonna fight you. Yeah, I mean, especially people who have like a huge following, it's like not gonna hurt you to let other people get promoted. It'll only help. This is nice. Really super idea. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that to be sand, you know? That's kind of genius. And then, uh-oh! This is the punishment. Guillotine. They didn't have the guillotine in. I think they are. That's sadly. Why did I get the lion? I didn't mean to. Why is it keep selecting the lion? Alright, boulder, weathered desert. Let me check real quick, because I have wondered that myself. ESO, boulder, weathered, desert. Here we are. I think the big ones are great. Are crown. Yeah, crown only. 50 crowns a piece, but luckily they're huge. So it's still going to cost them a lot, though, because of the nice, even way they did it. I give them credit for really investing in it. Heart and soul, and pocket. And this is where I stand to decide whether or not the gladiator gets killed. Kill him! Not. time. It is quite good. Oh, they even have a boat. And it's stable. Ah, the boat's up on a wheelie thing. What the hell is that called? A boat toter. A boat tote! Oh boy, don't listen to me. I'm terrible. But it looks good. I mean, it makes sense. You even got their crab traps in there. I know I'm slow. I can't help it. I like to take my time on some of these. Oh, wow. Look at that. I wonder if that actually kind of works. Look at the shadow. Oh, what is the game time? 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. I mean, it really depends on what way it's facing, but I think that says it's like 10, 11. It's definitely a working in the sense that it's projecting. I don't know if it's projecting accurately based on the sun in this game, but yes, it is working in the sense that it is getting shadows and casting a time, which is flippin' amazing. And it blows my mind. I'm super impressed. All right, in the front room, it's got a lot of stuff going on. Did they close off the doors on the side? No. Okay, we've got a kitchen and dining. Only thing I would change is add a little bit more light over here because it's kind of dark. It's a hard house to light, but it looks good. But I mean, the contest's over, but just for the sense of you having something that you're proud of, you should be proud of this. So, should light it up and let everybody see it. This room probably doesn't need more light. It's got enough with the glow. I mean, you're supposed to be sitting in front of the fire. It does not need more light than that, I don't think. I think it's nicely done. This chancel. Oh, it's treasure. And this is also lit well. Okay. Up we go. Some real genius strokes in these homes I'm seeing. Like that sundial just blows my mind. Some of those chandeliers and fireplaces, it's just amazing. People just doing tremendously good work. Ooh, they added a room. I did not expect this. It's a Roman shower or Roman sauna kind of thing. Nice, with a toilet bowl, though. Somebody gets to poop in the corner, honestly. That poor guy, he's always the toilet. The Master Chief or whatever his name is. It's always the toilet. I like the added arch over it. Made it more Roman looking. Gave it more, what are these called? Columns. Every time I think I'm done looking at all of this stuff, I find more. This is more like a little sitting room on the way out to the overhang. Gave themselves 2 more rooms by building this. Really fascinating. Okay, what's next? Man, a lot of people did Italy. Holy crow. Marnella. Al Velothi, again, a different house entirely. Italy. A small winemaker's house close to the Mediterranean Sea. Olive trees, apple trees, and twisting pines line the small domain. Some grapevines take place in the garden among wheat and rosemary. Sounds delicious. Inside, any visitor is welcome to come taste the wine, accompanied by cheeses or some sweets. Visit is better in daylight. Well, then that's when we're going, so that's perfect. And that is Al Velothi. Everybody just choose and pick different houses. It's kind of amazing. We may have been to this, now that I think about it. I'll know it when I see it, but I could swear I've seen Italy in one of these houses before. It may have been Marnella's? I'm not sure. I think I saw this. Not 100% though. Not 100% sure. Interesting. Gardening. I think I did see this. And I think I loved it. Here's the vines. We'll pop our head in, and I think that should refresh me, but I'm pretty sure I saw this on a previous stream. I did. Okay, I remember that basement. Alright, moving on. We'll always, you can always go back to the others. Nalos. Nalos. It's interesting how many people did Italy. And when you can compare the fact that, also, I toured a Pompeii house just recently of Aya's. That was really different. Alright, this will be our second Grand Sigil, so now they're sort of repeating themselves. I'll read this to you. My theme is Pompeii before the outbreak of Vesuvius, because it was the most famous spot for Romans, who could afford it, to live in the hot summer months. The mild climate, the amenities of the cities, would even today attract lots of tourists. Well, it does, but for different reasons. Even now. And this is the entrance. Is that like a bath? I mean, they had the Roman baths there. As if it looks like it could be soap suds, so maybe that is a Roman bath. And here's a lady taking money for us to use the bath, I think. Or have an inn. I think these are the amenities, perhaps. You can sit and drink some wine, look out over the ocean if you can face the right direction, unlike me. It was a beautiful place. Okay. This way. Ooh. Okay, so we've got shops. There's a kitty on the fountain. There's lots of fountains in Italy. In almost every square, there's a fountain of some type, at least in the big cities. Oh goodness, here we are. It's a whole city. They did it pre-ruin city. Gosh, that's lovely. That looks really good. There's some pretty nifty ideas in this, like the fact that they use the front of the house by pulling it out. Oh, they made Vesuvius. Ha! Wow. That's kind of wild. They made Vesuvius. You see? All those giant rocks? That's how they covered up the house. That's actually really smart. And then this would be where they ate. And this is the main square. And this is where they actually did have one of these. The arena. It's not really an arena. It's more of a forum. And I've actually been there. And they did have a forum, and it was dug out. And today you can actually sit where the ancient Romans used to sit in their Roman forums. Like directly on the same rocks. It's amazing. Standing on the same seats that they stood on, or sitting on them. And here more shops. Selling like household goods. Hey, pupper. And then this must be one of the villas. Most of the villas are just these very ornate, painted, mosaicked, beautiful homes. But then there's a couple that are naughty. There's a red light district. And then here we have, I'm not sure what they sell. Maybe, I mean, they've got hay out here, and then they've got reeds, so I'm not sure. Woven goods? More of the homes. What is this? An Aktosh Imperial Well upside down. Interesting. Alright. And then rocks going up to the second floor, where we have a little shrine built in. Take a moment of afternoon prayer. Oh, look at that. Sneaky, sneaky. Selling clothes. And then, can we get down there? Yeah. We can go down instead of up. Now, this is a painting. This is the back of a painting used as a door. And here's a little spot you can stop and sit and play a game and smoke some skooma. Look at your surroundings. That actually might be a really nice spot at night. And now this is the front. When you first come in, see this fountain? This is the front of this house normally. But they've rebalanced where everything is in this house, so it's kind of, it feels like we're not in this house at all. We're not in Grand Sijic at all. It feels like a totally different place. Look at the candles on the windowsill. That is a really smart idea. Makes it feel unique and lived in. Beautifully done. Lots of hard work here. It's pretty obvious that they put their heart and soul into this. I love when I see people's passion projects. Okay, we did go in there. I love the tree choice too, because the tree choice is actually right. They have, I mean, they look like this. Okay, I think I've seen all the parts that you can see in person. Alright, if I missed anything, I'm always willing to come back. Let's see if the next one's at Italy too. Alright. Uno's Moon Sugar. Despite the vast area occupied and the massive stone structures used in the construction, the palace seems light and airy. The color of the masonry, the statues, and the wide empty space inside, as well as the winding staircases, even add more air to the structure. This is my first building, but it is not yet finished because the Arch Palace is destined to become a guild hall in the future. Construction has stopped due to lack of slots for expanding the house. After the acquisition of ESO Plus, construction will be continued with renewed vigor. I like the description of it's honest and it's nicely said. And I mean, most people would have pulled out, and I'm glad they didn't, because I love to see it even when things are mid-construction. I give them credit. Beautifully done. I have to call my mom at some point. Probably soon. But we'll see. We'll see how long I can put it off. Well, call your moms. Remember, call your moms if you have one still around. If not, I understand. Actually, Uno, this is pretty friggin' spectacular. Look at that monster. Really nice. You made a castle. It is light and airy. I see it. I see what you were going for. A nice choice with the roof topper being the snow elf thing. Wonder if it's a temple to Akatosh, because it has Akatosh on the front. Okay, and so here's the tables. Since it's going to be a guild house, that makes perfect sense. Wow. They may not want to use this as their table house. Here's my suggestion. Remove the tables, add a portal to the tables house. Use this house as a dueling house and as a meeting house for your guild, for events and whatnot. Do not use this as your table house. Your table house should just be tables. That way you could get even more slots to really add to this, because this is spectacular. You have a perfectly good arena space down here if you want to do dueling or meeting space like that. Play fighting, sort of like hidden events and stuff. You could even do darts. Just use that space instead of using it for tables, because this is just, it's just really good and kind of deserves to stand on its own without the tables. That's my suggestion, is use EHT portals. Look at that. So those are dwarven walkways with Eleanor and other toppers there. It's just lovely. Oh, good place to put the feather too. The griffin feather. Wow. Also, if you remove some of the tables, the other thing you can do is you can landscape a little bit. It'll give you the slots to put in maybe some trees or fountains or statuary around. I think, outside of the bounds of the house. Because this is spectacular, and I'm only making these suggestions because of the fact that you said you're not done. And I see that it is so good that it has, I just think it's fantastic. And it's going to be even more stunning than it already is. It's fantastic work. And I'm jealous. Oh, look at what you did! Oh, that's so smart. Putting that on the mountain like that. You gotta use so this person does have EHT, because there's no way to get that up there without EHT at this. You have to be able to push it out of bounds. So that's great. That's good to know. That means that you can then use EHT to create a portal. And that's beautiful. Super fun. I like that idea. I did something similar. I put a sculpture, a light sculpture on a mountain, so in this house. The lighting is very blue. I like the choice. Beautifully done. I like it a lot. I think it's going to be fantastic when it's done. Please re-invite me, and I would love to come see it when it's done. Alright, we're going to probably do one or two more, so I'm going to skip two big ones and do Nachala's Victorian Library, which is a Hammerdeff bungalow. So make sure you enter the contest. It's for 50,000 gold if you're on pcna or pceu. Make sure you hit an exclamation point potato. I gotta call my mommy, and so do you. And we're gonna take our time with these. There's no reason to rush through them. Every single one of these entrants deserves attention and love. And that's what we're doing. We're giving them attention and love. Make everybody feel appreciated. All right, Victorian Library. This is Nachala. And we have some really nice clutter work. Although any librarian would just lose their poop over having wine on the table. But I understand it. Unless it's the librarian themselves, in which case they let themselves do whatever they want. Do as I say, don't do as I do, you know. There's statuary. There's a very lost Phaedra. Phaedra, why are you lost? It is a single room, Phaedra. Some archival items. Beautiful. I could see it. We're going to do one more. And I don't know, maybe we'll come back to this later today. I doubt it, but we can give it a shot. We'll see. Let's do... what's small? Let's do an Irish pub. Ghost R14 Ghost 14 did Captain Margot's Irish pub. The Golden Dragon is an Irish pub. Hold on. The closest drinking hole from the south docks of Daggerfall. There's always fresh ale and food. Meals served. Traditional Irish 3-course meal, 2 pints and a spud, with a jukebox and stage for karaoke. Actually, 2 pints and a spud sounds delicious. I'll take it. I'm on my own. My husband's up visiting his mommy, so I'm not immune yet for another 2 weeks or another week and a half, so I'm not gonna take any risks. When we saw the doctor the other day for my COVID arm, he said that because I had such a severe reaction to the shot, I likely would have an extremely severe reaction to COVID, and that I should be extra careful until things are settled. So that's fun. So this is an Irish pub, and I like the fact that they chose a green tinge for it. It's very fitting. It's me! I've been murdered! With butter and chives. And Keldora doesn't even care. She's just looking at me blankly. There's booze. At least the Irish appreciate a good potato. They appreciate me. All sorts of root vegetables, actually. There's skooma. This is a jukebox. That's cute. And I got the, like, mounted hunting things. Ah, that's really smart. Actually, that's... I think there's something kind of similar to that with the nautical theme in Gold Coast somewhere. I want to say in Anvil. There's like a sailor's bar that has that kind of nautical stuff on it. Really great usage of the nautical stuff. The cages, the ropes. Really interesting. Definitely makes you feel like you're in an Irish pub. Yeah, the whole thing is nice. Alright, let's pull the contest. Stabbity. Stabbity dead. The winner is... Freyanka! I don't remember which server you're on, Freyanka. Also, I don't know what happened to Man Award. I need to know who they are. Like on pcna or pceu. That's you! Are you EU or NA, Franca? My memory is shot. You think you're in one of my guilds. I should know this. Yeah, I apologize. So I sends you money. I'm gonna go back over to NA. I apologize for being... I had high hopes, but I'm not holding up. And besides, I gotta call my mommy. Let me see if there's anybody on I know. I do not. So I'm just gonna call it and crash. So I will see you all later, probably tomorrow. So have a fantastic evening, and we'll continue the EU tomorrow. Catch you later.